Welcome to the 2017 edition of Journey to the Throne. I'm Kimani St. Every year we get to meet one-on-one with the contestants vying for the prestigious title of Miss Dominica. Right now we have with us contestant number 7, Miss Jade Romain. Jade, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you. I asked the other contestants, a couple of them, about their positions in the competition. You're contestant number 7.
Yes.
How does that feel?
It feels great. 7 is a lucky number, so I hope that will work in my favor on the night of the show.
I hope so too. I was contestant number 7, so I'll
great.
give you some dust, some queen dust.
I'm in good company then.
Yes. Okay. What is it about your personality you would say would give you an advantage in this competition?
I am a very warm and genuine person. I am not afraid to be myself, and I believe that is an advantage.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you.
Have you participated in other pageants before?
No,
So
I have never participated in pageants.
Wow. So this is your first pageant, your first go, the big pageant.
Yes.
What has it like? What has it been like? Preparing for this pageant.
It has been very grueling. It has been a very difficult process. I was surprised. Everybody would think that beauty pageants is just fun and you look beautiful, but it's not. It's a lot of hard work. But thankfully, I have a very supportive team headed by my chaperone, Mrs. Irish, and they give me all the support that I need on this journey.
Okay, wonderful. So what are some of the things that you've learned about yourself along this process so far?
I have learned how to be much more confident in myself. I have learned how to believe more in myself and to see the potential that I have, the potential that others see in me. I have learned to see it in myself.
Wonderful. So you represent the community of?
Gutta Village.
Gutta Village. Tell us about Gutta Village. What was it like for you, being raised in that community, and about the community support that you have for this pageant?
My community is a very small community. We are very humble people. We are not affluent, but they are a very supportive community. I am much more of a reserved person than the other people in my community, but despite that, they back me 100%, and I'm very thankful for that.
Okay. And can you tell us a little bit more about your upbringing, about your siblings?
Oh, okay. I was raised in a single-parent household with my mom. It's a family home, so my aunts live with us and so on and so forth. My mother has one other son, my brother. He lives in the United States with his father, and my father has other children, but I am closer to my brother by mother because we were raised together before he migrated.
Okay.
When I was growing up, it was a very loving family. My mother is a very loving mother. She instilled wonderful values in me. However, when I was 4, she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and so that made my childhood a bit difficult. But despite that, I overcame, and I am proud to be the young woman that I am today.
Wonderful. Can you talk to us a little bit about that, about the challenges that you faced? Not necessarily to go into any details, but about the challenges that you face and how that made you a stronger person.
Okay, well, it was challenging because with my mother's condition, it was difficult for her to obtain employment, which made our financial situation difficult. However, she always encouraged me to do my best and to look beyond our circumstances, and that was a wonderful lesson that she taught me. And despite the difficulties, with her support, I worked hard, I did very well in school, and I am on my way to becoming a very powerful woman of purpose.
Wonderful.
Thank
wow.
you.
So, you spoke about your mother having a mental condition. I know your platform has something to do with that. We will talk about this later down in the program. But government is doing an initiative to sort of try to get vagrants or people with mental conditions off the streets. And there is a program that is still being finalized to have the vagrants put in the APU as a day center to take care of them, to counsel them. What do you think about that initiative?
I think it is a wonderful initiative because oftentimes the mentally ill in our society, they are overlooked. They are left behind by sometimes the persons who are supposed to care for them the most, which are their families. And I think it is a wonderful initiative the government has taken to ensure that they are cared for and they receive the help that they really need.
Wonderful. So coming back to the pageant now, which round is Jade looking forward to on the night of February 24th?
I am looking forward to the costume round because I am absolutely in love with my costume. I love it and I cannot wait to showcase it to the Dominican public.
Wonderful. So this is interesting to me because you've never participated in any pageant before, and you said you're sort of an introvert, but you decide you want to be Miss Dominica. What made you take that leap? Why do you want to be part of this pageant? Why do you want to be Miss Dominica?
Well, to be quite honest, I was encouraged by a very close friend of mine who is also my assistant chaperone, Mr. Cedric Commodore, and for years he has been asking me to participate in Miss Dominica. But knowing my personality, and I do look at the pageant every year because it is an important aspect of our culture in Carnival, but I have never been a pageant fanatic like some others. And so he has really been asking me, and he was really on me last year. And I decided if someone who has not known me my entire life can look at me and see the potential and have such confidence that I could win this competition, then I should have that confidence in myself.
Wonderful. Well, it was a leap of faith.
Yes.
Might I say, you're doing pretty well so far because I don't see you being an introvert right now, so you're doing wonderful. How are you able to balance between work? You work at the National Cooperative Credit Union. The pageant, preparing for the pageant is rigorous. Yes, we said this over and over. How are you able to balance between work and preparing for the pageant?
Well, I have a very supportive team, very supportive co-workers, sorry. So they really give me the support I need. My supervisor, who is the Human Resource Officer, Mrs. Shillingford, whenever I have any events or anything to prepare for, she ensures that I get the time off that I need. And so because of their support and learning how to manage my time, I have been okay in preparing all the things that I need to prepare for the pageant.
Okay, wonderful. If you were to become Miss Dominica, your reign, after everything is done, what would you like Dominicans to remember you for or remember you as?
I would like Dominicans to remember me as someone who was just a very genuine person, someone who took up the plight of the mentally ill and made a really great and positive change for the mentally ill in our country.
Wonderful. We spoke a little bit earlier on about the initiative that government is taking up, and seeing that you're so close to, and this is what you want to talk about as your platform, people who are mentally ill. How do you think we can help, besides this initiative, as someone who has been close to that situation? What other initiatives or what other programs you think would be beneficial to society in terms of vagrancy and people with mental illness?
The first thing I believe that we need to do is we need to be more educated in terms of mental health and the mentally ill. We need to learn ourselves how to take care of our personal mental health and to understand that mental illness can affect anyone. It's no respect of persons, and it can affect any one of us. So we need to educate ourselves, and additionally we need to form support groups, I believe, not only for the mentally ill but for their families. Because growing up with my mother's illness, it was a challenge for me to find somewhere, some group, someone I could talk to about it. Right. So we need groups and we need support. Mentally ill and their families need support.
Wonderful. Is there anybody that you look up to as your motivator, as your inspiration, your role model?
That would easily be my mother. Despite her illness, she's a very persevering person and a very loving individual. Her love is what has molded me and has kept me going through some of our most difficult times.
Wonderful. So you're sponsored by the National Cooperative Credit Union, your employer. Tell us about your sponsor.
My sponsor is an amazing sponsor. The NCCU Limited, we are an amalgamation of 6 branches across the island. We have a total membership numbering over 36,000 members, and we offer a wide variety of products and services to cater to all our members' needs. We have loans at very low interest rates. We have wonderful services such as our Q card, our debit card. We also have fixed deposits. Additionally, the NCCU also plays its part in the community. Every year we offer around 13 scholarships to students who are entering into high school. We also offer scholarships to partial scholarships to students who will be entering into the Dominica State College, as well as anywhere else that we can assist, we do. So we are just a wonderful organization, and every Dominican should be a member of the NCCU.
I agree. I'm a member.
Thank you. Great.
So we spoke about them being your sponsor and your employer. Can you talk to us a little bit to also maybe just about half a minute to a minute about what it is that you do at the credit union?
I am a member services representative and I am assigned to the human resource department. So in layman's terms, I'm basically the secretary or the assistant to the human resource officer. I prepare reports, issue letters of transfers and so on, and I'm basically liaise between employees and the human resource department.
Okay, wonderful. So every year the Queen contestants have a platform and issue that they're very passionate about, something that they want to bring awareness to or have initiatives to bring awareness to. Jade, can you tell us what your platform is? Tell the Dominican public what your platform is and why this is so important to you.
No problem. My platform is mental illness, and it is my intention to increase public knowledge in all aspects of mental health and to reduce stigma towards people who have been diagnosed with mental illness. This is very important to me personally because, as I stated, my mother is mentally ill, and also I believe that we need to foster a much more supportive environment for the mentally ill in society and recognize and realize that our mental health is very important. There is no health without mental health. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the 7th contestant vying for the Miss Dominica title. It was wonderful having you join us for Journey to the Throne 2017. See you next year.